Welcome to Cute Mania Live. That was a much needed song because of all the crap I've been through in the past hour. Thanks for staying up. If you're watching from Finland or England or somewhere other than here, because it's 3 o'clock here. But thanks for hanging on with us. It seems like they want to update everything, all the programs that I use. They want to update everything the day of the show, right before the show. And then the settings get changed, and then blah blah blah. And even before we went live, we were losing connection and couldn't hear each other. Oh, it was crazy. But now we're here. We can breathe. Everybody, okay, we are here. Julius is way across on the other side of the world in Finland, representing I Am Your God. It's nice to have you with me. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me. It's really nice to be here, and on my behalf also, thanks for everybody tuning in and waiting for the hour delay that we had.
And Tom's with me, way away from me too. Both of them are way away from me, but he is over in London. Everybody probably recognizes Tom if you've watched the show before. Tom's been on several times. He bothers me all the time. Can I come on the show? Can I come on the show? No, he doesn't.
I've got nothing else to do. I'm just sit around there doing nothing.
He doesn't play in a bunch of bands or anything. So yeah. So Tom, thanks for joining me again.
That's all right. Pleasure.
I want to thank. Let's see. Last show I was on last show I had, I believe, was Law Abiding Citizens, and that was here. I had those guys down from Morgantown, and they came down, and we had the show here, and they are not active right now, other than they're playing a reunion show in May. They've been together for eons, and they're I think their last reunion show was 10 years ago. So they're doing another one. And they announced on my show that 304 Recons, which is a hip hop group that was active like in the early 2000s, is opening. So that's gonna be badass. And then there was another band that I'm pretty sure that they announced on Instagram. I'd have to go back and look. That's also playing. That's not until May 27th though. So I will be there for that. I'm gonna do some behind the scenes filming for them, and kind of follow them around the venue and stuff, and bother the crowd. May 27th, I believe.
Whereabouts is it?
Oh, it's in Morgantown, West Virginia. So it's
so
30 minutes from here. Yeah, it's local shit. Local guys. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a full day full of music and reminiscing and memories and things like that. So I was telling Julius before we started, I got on Google Earth last night and I was looking up things in Finland because I've had bands on from Finland. The intro song was Ratswell Feast. They were the first band I had on from Finland. I've had a band called Surit from Finland, and there was a punk band I still can't pronounce their name. It starts with an I, and they were on also, but they were all like in the southern region of Finland. I don't know what that area is called, but Julius is in the Lapland region, and there's several. I have several questions, but I'm not gonna. I mean, a lot of those I can just find online, but and I read about a lot of them. But is it currently like daytimes, like daylight?
That's
still?
what I was going to ask.
Is it the midnight sun time of year?
Right now it's dark as fuck in here in Helsinki, Finland.
So what?
It's 10 p.m. out here, so yeah.
Do you get the quote unquote midnight sun where you live, where it's daytime or daylight all the time?
The midnight sun is in the midsummer, but we still have, it's kind of springtime, so we have some of the sun rays here, but it's still getting dark pretty early.
Now, do you find it difficult to sleep when it's daylight for 24 hours?
Yeah, for sure. At summertime, sometimes, and also because it's so hot, we have been used to strangle in the cold. So yeah.
Yeah, like the weather there is very cold all the time, right? Like, or do you get a hot summer or a hot?
Yeah, we get a hot summer often. Okay. Yeah, it depends on the year, of course. But.
I see. Okay. Well, I figured I'd get these Finland questions out of the way at the beginning because the show's for you and about your band, and I want to talk a lot about that too. But I've got to know, what is your obsession with Santa Claus up there? My goodness, everything I clicked on was Santa Claus this, Santa Claus Village, Santa Claus Hotel. Everything. There was a town named Santa Claus. What is it? Just because you're so close to the North Pole, or because that's where he lives, right? Santa Claus lives in North Pole.
Yes. Yeah, our band is based. I Am Your God is based on Rovaniemi, Finland, and it's the North Pole practically. So everything's kind of named with the Santa, and tourists like that stuff for sure. I think I have been bad boy or something, because I haven't got so many Christmas presents in the past years, but I have some beef with the Santa motherfucker. So
yeah, goodness, I mean, it gets crazy everywhere around Christmas time. The Santa Claus, this and that stuff. But I mean, here it's got to be especially annoying since it's year round. I mean, you can say again, Tom. Go ahead.
It is. You can get like trips, can't you? You can get package tours where you fly to Lapland and you stay in a hotel and it's all sorts of things. It's a huge thing. Yeah.
I mean, I think there was was it Santa Claus Village or something? And then I scrolled over or moved the camera over, and then all of a sudden there's Mrs. Claus's house. Does she not live with Santa? I mean, what's going on? Why does there have to be some
child separation?
Yeah, it's all about the money, of course.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're trying to sell their crap.
Yeah, it always is.
I apologize ahead of time. YouTube has a live chat that people can chat along the show, but I don't speak Finnish, and there's a couple comments in Finnish. So I will try to pronounce these to you, Julius. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, bring it on.
Yeah, that's not going to be a good idea. Okay. Here's retarded cat says, does a cute mania name come from a Q Kempinen? I don't know what a Q Kempinen is. What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Somebody Google that. And then the other comment is in Finnish. It starts with an H. So I don't know what that. I'm surprised that there's no. Surprised that there's no translation. You would think that it would translate for me in this.
You think it would on YouTube?
Yeah, one would think that. But yeah, I'm not seeing the comments right now, so I think I cannot answer it.
I could. I'll figure something out. Yeah. But I love having bands on from other places. Like other than the United States, because it's even though that your culture and food, we'll get to that later. Your culture and food is a little bit different than us. You're still you're still the same. You're in a metal band. I love freaking metal bands, and we're still like we're still human beings, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
I love doing this. I mean, I've had a band in France that I could barely understand what they were saying, but it was a terrific show. I mean, it was just enough we could understand. Yeah. Anyway, tell me a little bit about your band. Tell me a little bit about why you are God and why I'm not God. Why are you God?
Oh yeah, I Am Your God. It's the name of our band, and the reason the band name is what it is. It was we were at our guitarist's place, and we were playing some video games with our bassist and guitarist, both named Jonas. We were just having fun, and we had been talking about the band name. We didn't really have the band name anything up on our minds yet, and then one of them said, I don't even remember who was it. So some of the Jonases, they said that the 10 Commands could have something potential band name stuff, and we were like, yeah, hit it up, and they scroll it. You cannot have any other gods. I am your god. And they thought that that would be a fucking good band name. I was like, no, I'm not gonna be a frontman of band called I Am Your God, because people think I'm fucking sick or something. But then the democracy talked, and the name of the band is now what it is, and I'm happy now. It's fine.
Did anybody
do you ever shout it at shows and point at people?
Yeah.
I am your God.
Yeah, it's working properly. It's working really good on live shows. Gigs, so it's fun. Yeah.
Did nobody come up with I Am Santa Claus?
Nope. Nope.
I think they've had enough of Santa
That would have been a good marketing decision. You would think you could have been included with the all-inclusive Santa Claus trips. All right, I'll get.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm over that Santa Claus crap now. I'm not going to give him all the attention. He gets enough.
Thank you.
Only once a year, really.
How long ago did you guys get together and actually say, or jam with did you just get together and jam and say, hey, let's do something with this stuff?
Yeah, actually, actually I knew all the guys from past life before we started the band. I knew a couple of them, Matti and Atte from military time, and the bassist Jonas, guitarist Jonas from school. So we started jamming with 5 of us, and we played covers like from Trivium, Stone Sour, Bullet for My Valentine, all that kind of stuff. And we thought that it's gonna be something like this if we start to make own songs. And then after like 2 rehearsal weekends or so, we had our first demos. It really went really naturally. Actually, at the first when we formed the band, it was meant to be like cover band of some Finnish rock and roll songs and stuff like that. But we pretty fast we figured out that okay, it's gonna be metal stuff, not some Finnish pop rock shit.
What's the band? Oh gosh, the one that dresses like animals. That's from Finland. They're huge.
Animals.
Yeah, they're
Heavy Saurus.
I can't remember the name
Heavy
of it.
Saurus. I don't know.
Oh, I'll think of it. Because I had asked the first Finnish band I had on about it, and they just laughed at me. But I'll think of it.
That's how she goes.
If anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, chat it. I don't care if it's in Finnish. But no, it's yeah, they dress up. They all dress up like bears and stuff, and like animals. Yeah, like furries. Like furries. Yeah, and they're massive. Like they're huge. Crap. I'll find it at another time.
I assume you're not meaning the Lordi band from Rovaniemi also.
That's them. Yeah.
Okay, they're not bears. I think they're some kind of monster man. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, bears, monsters. It's all the same. So you didn't take
sound
any.
Like they were kind of cuddly and.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of them, Tom? You should look them up. They're interesting for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I have heard of them, but yeah, I'll check it. I'll Google it.
Yeah, I think they have been touring in US also and every other country in the world also. They won the Eurovision contest in 2005 or 2006.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yes, somebody chatted. Lord, yes, that's it. Yeah. Yes, I knew somebody would know that. So you don't take any inspiration from them at all?
I think we do not get any inspiration from them. Of course, we were like 10-year-old guys or something like that when they won the Eurovision. So of course I was a fucking huge fanboy. I even bought their album and I had this little radio where I listened all the best bands that I had in that time. But yeah, Lordi was one of them. But I think if you consider our music, there's not so much from them. Like I don't know.
Well, speaking of your music, let's go ahead and listen to a song. That way, those that don't know you can know what we're talking about. I was going to leave Shotgun for the last song, so we'll play it next. But Another Day to Die. I think your music. Well, I'll comment on the music after we listen to it. But what's this song about? And what's the song about? What's the lyrics about and things like that?
Yeah, actually, our guitarist Matti wrote lyrics for that song, and it's kind of about brotherhood and always choosing to defend your own family and your own side. So it's really a powerful song, and we wrote it like it was one of the last tracks we wrote to the album like a year ago or so, I think. But yeah, it came up to be as a music video single because we all in the band like the song so much.
Nice. Let's take a listen to it. This is I Am Your God, I Am Your God by I'm sorry. This is Another Day to Die by I'm all messed up today. You know what I'm talking about.
From fields of war, my remedy by love, and the suffering to be done, don't I? Insanity
That's freaking terrific.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I think so too. And actually, a couple of more comments about the song. It was kind of mix and match type of stuff when our guitarist Matti came up with the riffs, and he tried some choruses there and thought that I don't have any chorus, and there was some old demo I had done like a year before that even, and then we thought that maybe that chorus would work with this song, even though it was a bit faster earlier, and then we mixed them up, and we were speechless. We fell love in this song right away. It was really nice.
I see a lot of fire, like, and a lot of explosions on the stage when you're playing it. That's what,
yeah, for sure. Me too. And actually, we have played that only once live, like 4 weeks ago when we had our last gig in Oulu, Finland, in northern Finland. We played, and it was really fucking powerful feeling to play that live.
I'm sure.
Really blasts.
I noticed in your bio that you sent me, you had said something about traveling abroad in the future, or I guess in the near future, this year sometime. Whereabouts are you going to go?
Unfortunately, I am not allowed to talk about that out loud yet with any details, but for sure this year we will make our first trips to abroad.
Oh,
now, does that include abroad like clear over here?
I think I can say that we will travel in Europe this year at least. So
well, all right.
It's always a bigger deal to get up through the over the sea and stuff. So
it's a big deal. It's a big deal to get. Well, even from the U.S. to there is even a big thing. I've talked to a few bands in like up near Canada, like the border, like New York and stuff, and they won't even go and play in Toronto just because of, you gotta, unless it's worth it, because you gotta, all the instruments you gotta take, everything's gotta be checked and customs and all that stuff. So, I mean, unless it's worth it, it'd be good to go. But they don't really like gig up there. They're close by. It's just right across the border. But it's a lot. It takes a lot to do that, to go to another country and play and perform and stuff. But once you're able to do that, and you guys are definitely, I mean, just listening to it, you can tell you're able to go for sure. I mean.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
Are you allowed to say who you're going to be touring with, or not allowed to say?
Actually, no, it's not announced yet anywhere. So.
Is this
unfortunately? I'm sorry, guys.
Right, that's it.
I thought I was special, being media.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. But actually, I got you sent me the comment that it was in Finnish, so I had a good laughter with that. It says that. In Finnish that goes, I think you should write it down so you can pronounce it next time you got this kind of comment. Hyvä kun vetää rössiä sisällä. And that means in English that they like how rock and roll is that you smoke cigarettes inside. There you're.
Oh yeah, I'm about to do that again too. Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, I need to quit bad, but yeah, it's. I can't. I don't have the dots on my keyboard for the dots above the A's and stuff. Does that make a difference in?
Yes.
Is it like an accent or something, or how does that?
Yeah. It's in Finnish language. It's pronounced different. If there's the dots on the A letter, it's a, and if there's not letters, it's a. So that's
the only difference.
Different tone. Yeah.
That's crazy. See, we don't have dots on our stuff because we just have accents in different regions. Like
you simplify. Yeah.
I don't think London. Tom, I don't think I've ever asked you this. Do British people sound differently in different regions of England?
Oh, massively. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You might not be able to hear it. I'm guessing that you'd probably sound different from someone further up on the East Coast or something, or someone on the West Coast. But yeah, I mean, here it's really, really noticeable. I mean, even if you go outside, you go out of London with the home counties, we all sound roughly the same. But then you just go a little further north to sort of Norfolk, a place like that, and they're like, whoa, and they sound a bit more countryside. And if you go to Bristol, it's the same. And then you've got obviously Wales and Scotland. I mean, it's just, It's all very different.
No,
and I sound very different to people from even North London, really.
Are
they can
you
probably
on
tell
the rough
I'm
edge
from
of it?
South
On the rough edge?
Maybe. Well, I'm quite cultured.
The country. I'm the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's people here that'll talk like this. You know,
Yeah.
people. I mean, just people down the road will talk
Yeah.
like this to me all the time, and I'm like, where did you come from? Because I don't talk like that at all. You're like, I guess there's some things in that I'll say they're kind of like honky. You know, like
Right.
I don't really say ain't. You know, a lot of people say ain't. I don't
Yeah.
really say that, but but yeah, I mean, you can go right down the road from here, and somebody's gonna talk to you like this. You want to go get a bear? You know, like stuff like. I'm like, I'm from the same area. Where did this come from?
But see, if I came to West Virginia, I'd want to speak to people like that. It's kind of almost like, well, maybe
sometimes,
not.
yes. Well, I think it's more, and I'm sorry if there's anybody from West Virginia watching. I doubt there is, but if there is, I'm sorry ahead of time. It's more in the southern part of the state is where you get that, and more in the mountains. It's just mountaineers, I guess. It's more in the mountains, and I guess I'm in the hills. There's a difference. I guess there's a difference, but and it's all about where you came from too, your parents and your grandparents and stuff.
Yeah, of course, and it's same in Finland. Same in Finland that even though there's like 100 kilometers between two cities, they might talk so differently. But yeah, I think it's just part of life that it's even though there's small like distance, people kind of start to talk like their own stuff, and a lot of traditional vibes and tones in the language. So
another thing that I found about Lapland is it Lapland or Lapland? Is there dots about
Lapland?
I don't really. I think it's Lapland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lapland.
So, according to Google Earth or Google or whatever the internet, according to the internet, parts of the region are actually not even in Finland. Correct? Like it's like Norway and. Is that right, or did I read that wrong?
Yeah. There's like Swedish Lapland and Finnish Lapland, and even northern than that, it's part of Norway. So yeah.
Okay, it's confusing to me. I need to look.
I understand.
Around. See, what happened was when I first looked, I went to what's the city, the big city? What's it called? The one that starts with
Rovaniemi.
Yeah, the one I can't pronounce. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so I kind of skipped over that because in the distance I saw the word Santa Claus and I'm like, what's good? What's going on? So I got stuck in Santa Claus Village and I couldn't. So I'll get on there and look around some more. But yeah,
that's the sinister side of Santa.
I mean, there was like an ice hotel that you can stay in, and like an igloo kind of. So I got stuck on that. And I got stuck on their website, and I was looking at the menus. Speaking of menus, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, Tom knows about this already. This is a segment that I do that I call the wiener segment. Okay, like wieners, not like penises, like wieners.
Of course.
I'm not gonna play the. Should I play the theme song? I don't think you've heard it, Tom. Have you? The theme song?
No, I haven't. Was it something your dad said?
Yeah, this is my dad for sure. Okay, well, yeah, let's do that real quick if I can find it. Let me make sure. Here, let's see. Did I move it? This might not be it. Is this it?
I know a weenie man.
That's my dad.
He owns a weenie stand. He sells most anything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll join his life and be his
weenie wife.
Hot dog. I love that weenie man.
Okay, that's my dad and my mom.
It was a nice intro.
My dad and my mom. My dad used to say that to us all the time when we were kids. Supposedly he learned it in like 4-H or something. I don't know if you guys have 4-H over there. But basically, the wiener segment is hot dogs. I'm not sure if you guys. I didn't see it on any of the menus that I looked at last night. I did see reindeer tongue. But you would think in a place like that has Santa Claus that's so huge over there that you wouldn't be eating reindeer at all. Like that's like sacrilege at that point. But I did see reindeer tongue. Have you had reindeer tongue?
Actually, I have never. I'm trying to remember. At least I don't remember eating reindeer tongue, but reindeer meat in general. Yes.
Oh,
many times.
That's a thing. Does Santa Claus know about this? Because he's got like what 7 of them.
I think we just found the reason I haven't got any Christmas presents.
Yeah.
It's really common thing that wherever you go, at least in northern Finland, there's reindeer meat or some reindeer organs or something like that. So yeah.
See, over here we have Rocky Mountain oysters. Do you know what those are?
Nope.
Sounds awful.
I know about what oysters are though, but Rocky Mountain doesn't sound too familiar.
It's testicles.
Ah, all right.
I've not had them. They're supposed to be really good, but I don't want to eat balls. I'm thinking just bull. Cow, beef. Yeah, so you could be having that. But I did see a lot of beetroot. Beetroot was like a main side dish that I saw on the menus over there. What exactly is beetroot? Beetroot.
No, it's like a beetroot. You never had beetroot?
Beetroot. I don't recognize that word.
Yeah,
beetroot's like a vegetable. Have you never had beetroot?
Like beets? I've heard of beets.
Yeah, like beets.
You gotta eat the roots now?
Like a red turnip type thing.
I'm good.
Doesn't ring any bell.
Must be.
You got any reindeer tongue here? I'm gonna go to the restaurant later and up to the thing. And you guys got any reindeer tongue? Or any Rocky Mountain oysters? Anyway, so what the segment's about is my roommate Mike. He's a big fan of hot dogs, and I even had one for lunch today. That's how and we had that yesterday also. I think it was yesterday, day before. But I mean, he eats hot dogs all the time. He travels miles for hot dogs just to try it. If he was to travel to Finland, do you guys even eat hot dogs, or is it reindeer dogs?
Yes. From some regular grill, you might find a hot dog, and they are pretty normal here if compared to United States hot dog, I assume. So there's no.
Like them?
I have never eaten like reindeer hot dog or anything. It's wiener in there. Only wiener hot dogs in here.
Pure wiener. Do you like them? Will you go and eat them?
Yeah, for sure.
What? Okay, so the question is, what toppings do you like? You know, toppings are a big thing over here for hot dogs, and there's whichever region you are, there's toppings are different. You know what people put on them. What would you put on your wiener?
When I order a wiener, I just say put all the toppings, please. But I think they include like some onion and garlic and ketchup and sinap and some mayonnaise or something like that. I'm not so specific with those. I just take it all and swallow them.
Yeah. Yep. Swallow the wiener. That's for sure. Now, Tom's not a wiener eater, are you? Are you still against him?
I haven't had one for a while.
I made a hot dog at it was like 3 a.m. a few nights ago, and I sent Tom a short video of it just grilling, and I just put Frankfurter.
Frankfurter.
We had a big discussion about Frankfurters at one point.
You gotta wait till you get a band on from Frankfurt. That's
what is it?
You're gonna have to do. You got to get a band on from Frankfurt.
Oh, Germany?
Yeah, because surely that would just be an open conversation there.
Yeah, the whole show. The whole show.
The whole show would be about wieners. That would be it.
Mike. It could be the Mike episode. Yeah, I'll have to look. I have to find one. I'm sure there's bands in Frankfurt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would think there would be. There's bands everywhere. I'm trying to figure out how I found I Am Your God. The Instagram algorithm is weird when it comes to what ads it displays on your page and on your stories. And I'm thinking that has to be what it was. Either that or just that I've looked into Finland before could be it. Also, I don't know. You don't anything. Yeah. It's kind of like things that you say and then. The next time you look at your, like, say in conversation, and then you look at your phone and there's an ad for it. You know, like it's listening to you. You know, so I don't know. It had to be like that. But I'm glad I did find you because the music's phenomenal and it's fires me up.
Yeah, it's great. Well, Julius, what I was going to ask you, I don't know. I'm a bit, and you know, by my boyish good looks, you might not know it, but I'm a bit older than maybe Scott and yourself. So when I was kind of, you know, thinking about, so when I was listening to it, like, I mean, my metal kind of years are back in the 80s, really. But your sound's got it's got loads of genres from different types of stuff. I mean, obviously your vocals are really modern, I'd say they're quite modern. But like the guitars and there's a rhythm. Both songs you picked tonight are actually the ones I liked on Spotify, and they've got some old sort of rhythms and stuff that I haven't heard for a long time in metal anyway. I was just wondering. I mean, you can tell me. I mean, what sort of influences do you have?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we have been influenced a lot by like traditional Finnish and like Scandinavian metal bands like In Flames, Children of Bodom. Maybe there's also some northern vibes, and of course you can hear a bit newer bands like I think Bullet from Valentine has been a big influence for me at least, and of course everybody roots into Iron Maiden. Our guitarist songwriter Matti has been listening Iron Maiden very much in his childhood, since his childhood. I think I have not been so big Iron Maiden fan by myself, but of course I've been influenced. My brother is huge Iron Maiden fan, so I've been listening those albums over and over when I was kid. So I think those bands are the most clear influence. But I think when we did the first album, it was really clear that it was kind of the traditional melodic death metal combined with some fresh modern elements. But I think we're with the second album coming, it's been a bit more comprehensive mix, and we have been making it a bit wider what comes to the influences, and now that we have been a small teaser, now that we have been started to write down our third album already, there's a lot of more. We're evolving.
Good. It's always good to grow. But yeah, I definitely. I mean, I can hear with some of the guitars and stuff that it sounds a bit Maiden to me. And I mean, I'm a huge that's my era. So you know, I love that sort of thing. And again, there's a few rhythms and stuff that just something that I was thinking actually, you know, this is something that sounds familiar but new at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's great, really good.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm really proud of the first album because even though you can hear the influences really clear, I still think the album as a whole sounds like our band and not straight like any other band. So I'm really happy with the first album, and I'm really stoked about the second album, upcoming album, Sinister, also.
Cool.
Yeah, I second what Tom said. It does sound like some of the older stuff, but the singing, you're right, it is more modern. You know, with a lot of screaming and growling and I am your god. You know, I do see a lot of fire. You guys got to add like pyrotechnics and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. At summer festivals, at least.
Yeah. I would do it inside. There's been instances of bands doing that. I'm pretty sure. Hey, look, let's take a listen to Shotgun. Is this about the actual shotgun, or is this something different?
Well, you might hear some shotgun effects there also that our mixer and producer added there. But the song is one of the main topics on the upcoming album is burnout. Considering what drew one to the burnout and how can you handle that kind of situation, and Shotgun is kind of the backlash that I'm coming, I'm fucking putting metal to the pedal and taking the next step, even though it might be hurtful for me, and yeah. It's all about that really trash metal vibe song, and we're really happy that we got our dear friend Janne Karjalainen from the band called I don't know how to pronounce it in English, Accusator, as you would say it in Finnish.
That sounds right.
Accusator, something like that. It's thrash metal band in from Oulu, Finland, and he's amazing guitarist, and when we wrote this song, we thought that it's really thrash metal vibe song, and we would need that kind of mind-blowing guitar solo. And we asked Janne, and like after 5 minutes, he already sent a like sketch that, how about this kind of solo? We were like, oh fucking K, let's go, let's go. And yeah, he's a wizard.
Let's take a listen to it. This is I'll do this right this time. This is Shotgun by I Am Your God. I Am Your God. I'm gonna do that every time now. Kind of like The Undertaking. Remember that? Okay, there we go.
Set the pistol on my face and never ask me why. I know all these grenades are slowly blowing up my mind. No cigarettes but the bike bag with the cover. Lower again from a fall to another. Locked and loaded, all is thrown out. I keep reaching lower. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Again and again, now I wait to the other side of the fight and just to discover that I'm so locked and I'm so loaded. Gotta show what you made of. This is the night when the bits get made up. Once again, you gotta show what you made of. Over and over again with the shotgun fighting with the fire. With fire. Shotgun fighting by the fire. With fire. Shotgun. With fighting with fire. Shotgun. With fighting with fire. Pull the trigger. Pick it up. No fear is here, I have to be ready. Lover again from an end to another. Locked and loaded, all exploded. I keep reaching lower. Once again, you gotta show what you made of. Over and over and over. Shotgun fighting with the fire. With fire. Shotgun fighting by the fire. With fire. Shotgun. With fighting with fire. Shotgun. With fighting with fire. What you gonna do in a sandman mode? We're counterattacks, keep coming for you. Let me tell you, to get out the back intro. Just crack the can and sing that smooth.
That's badass. Speaking of fire, speaking of fire, that I just turned my phone back on. It finally cooled down. So my dad sent me a message, and he wants to burn some trees and stuff that we've cut down at his house. And it's ringing. But no, yeah, fire. So I'm all game for that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna take my headphones and listen to that while I'm fighting with fire.
Burning things. That's great.
Yes.
Again, that song has got some great, that four to the floor thrash rhythm. Again, I mean, I'm a huge Suicidal Tendencies and bit of Slayer fan. I know this is old hats, people, but you know, I still kind of occasionally listen to that sort of stuff. And you know, again, you don't hear that so much in metal anymore. And it's kind of, I don't know, when you do it, it sounds really fresh. It sounds, you know, even though it's sort of, as I say, it's just something that I really resonate with. I think that song's great.
Yeah, thanks. It's really nice to hear, actually, because I think we don't have any like that kind of song on the first album, so it's always nice. I think if we consider our first album, the song called Gravedigger had some kind of trashy vibe on it, but it's still different.
Yeah.
It's still different on the second album. So it's really nice that we got some more kind of elements, different kind of elements on the second album. So
really good, really good.
Yeah, it is. It's well, all of them fired me up. I mean, that's the whole point of it. I think is just break at you, just get at you, you know, fire it up.
Yes, yes, for sure. And actually, the first scratch for the lyrics was when our guitarist Jonas had this idea, classic idea, fighting fire with fire. And when I started to write the lyrics for this song at the first time, I didn't really mix those two ideas together. I just after a while of writing those lyrics, I just remembered suddenly that Johnny had this fighting fire with fire theme, and I kind of mixed them up, and we finished the lyrics together, and it ended up really nice. And also, like I said, lyric wise, there's few topics that also both of these songs that we played, Another Day Die and Shotgun, they represent that there's brotherhood and there's burnout and everything like it. I think it's really full of emotions from that back to the end. It's really like full of attack, so to speak.
I think it's awesome. It's definitely just coming at. All I can think of is just it's coming right at you, and you better be ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a good way, and in a bad way. I don't know. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
A couple show notes. I'm coming up on, this is the first of a stretch of some shows. I'm going to knock a few out. I'm almost to 200 episodes. I don't know why this is crooked, but probably because of all the crap I went through earlier to get the show going. You guys are show 186, and I have a show tomorrow and a show Saturday. The show tomorrow is a band from Charlotte, North Carolina called Imperium. Looking forward to meeting them. And then on Saturday, that one's at 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday at 3 p.m., Harmon's going to, Tom knows Harmon. Harmon will be back joining me for Amber's Wake. They're from Sacramento, California. It'll be cool to meet them. And Harmon's got a new single out that we're going to start the show with. Brand new song. I can tell you what the name of it is here. It's not one of it's initials. So I have to actually look. Where is it? What did I do with it? I can't. Oh, here it is. YDWFWM is the name of the song.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I think, it's you don't want something. I can't remember. He told me what it was. Actually, I can look it up because my phone's right here. It's really not that. Hang on. Bear with me here. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, here it is. It's I'm finding it.
Is there something?
I thought it was right here. Goodness. Shoot. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't freaking know. So anyway, yeah, that's Saturday at the same guy that commented the thing that you had to translate. He said, "I am your Santa." Hilarious. I am your Santa.
All right. So now somebody has to form a band called I Am Your Santa for sure. We're not gonna do it, but somebody has to.
How about a Christmas cover band? Just do all Christmas carols.
Yeah, well, you could do.
I mean,
why not?
You got to get big somewhere, right?
Get a lot of gigs around at Christmas time.
Yeah, yeah. That I don't know. Yeah. You don't have to have two bands at that point. That's a lot of. That'd be a lot of because you got to do parades. You guys have Christmas parades too, like where they shut down London and do a parade through town.
No, they do it New Year. Well, weirdly, in New Year, on New Year's Day, London's all, but it's all people from the States. All these kind of cheerleading groups and stuff, and big bands, and they come and toss.
Well, I'm glad they're coming over there because we're going to stick over here.
Yeah, well, that's it. Maybe it looks really cool because we don't have that sort of thing, so it is quite cool. But I don't know. I prefer, it's a lot of crowds, so I tend to stay away.
Yeah, is it like that in Finland too? Like, is there like an influx of mainly Americans coming to Santa Claus and meet Santa Claus?
No, it's there's not like any parade, but I think the best thing about Christmas is that the president of Finland like announced the Christmas piece or so, and it's kind of full of traditions, but there's not like Christmas hype or anything like that, or any big events in Finland. Of course, there's a lot of tourists coming to visit the real Santa, tourists from abroad and tourists from southern Finland coming.
Is it the real Santa though? I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna have a debate.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's real.
It is.
Is there a real Santa? I mean, I can't freaking find it. Where is that? I need to know what this means. I know he's probably at work. Tom, did you know Harmon's he's a therapist for a living?
Not know that.
The man's gargantuan. I mean, he lifts weights like a freaking bodybuilder, but he's a therapist.
Really?
He is. Oh,
I wouldn't say that. I don't know. I really like his music, but I wouldn't say that. Something from his sound is. I suppose.
I'd go talk to him. You know.
Yeah. Why not?
I would have to talk about weights and lifting weights and crap. No.
Yeah.
We actually saw each other recently. For you, those of you who don't know, Harmon and I met on the show. He came on as a guest, and he's from about 3 hours from here, up in Pennsylvania. And I had gone up to his house, and we hung out there for an evening, and had dinner with his family and stuff. And but recently, so we don't hang out or anything all the time, but we talk quite a bit, online and stuff. But he became a really good friend. But it was last week. I'm pretty sure it was last week or week before. Static X was playing in Pittsburgh, and Static X is his favorite band, and I hadn't talked to him in a couple of weeks. So I'm heading up there, and I just got on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, I'm heading up to Static X. You're not going, are you? Or did you even know about it?" And he's like, "I'm in the parking lot right now." That's what he says. He was already there, and I'm still heading up there. Apparently, he paid like $800 to get. He had to buy a $600 guitar, and then you had to buy the VIP balcony thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And they all sign your guitar, and they actually play it on stage, and then they get back to you.
That's pretty cool.
He did the whole experience. He's got pictures with the Static X.
That's not bad for $800, really. A guitar itself is going to cost $600, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's.
But it was Static X, Fear Factory, Twisted, and another band I can't remember. But I was there. It was good. It was good. I'm not a fan of any of those bands, really. It's just it's not my atmosphere. I like to go to places where the stage is right there, and I don't have to fight people to get to it. If I want to watch from the front, and I don't have to stand in line for merchandise, I just you want to talk to the band afterwards, and you don't have to buy a freaking VIP pass to do it. That's the kind of shows I like. So,
yeah,
you get to know them while they're up and coming, and then when they're huge, then you go backstage. You get invited to the mansion. You get to go on the yacht.
Hell yeah! That sounds just like our show and our free time.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing. When you're not when you're done playing or before you're playing, you go and you sit at the merch table, or you just you talk to everybody that's there. You don't hide in the back and in the green room, right?
No.
Yeah, for sure. We're having fun with the audience, with all the lovely people that are coming to our shows, and we're not escaping to our yachts or anything like that.
Now, do people sing along when you guys are performing? Do people sing along, and how does that make you feel if they do that?
Actually, last gig we had 4 weeks ago in Oulu, Finland, it was a packed venue, a kind of small venue, of course, but it was a club, kind of bar and club combined together. 45 special at Oulu. It's legendary local place, and the atmosphere was really good, and they actually were chanting the songs along with us. And
how does that make the band feel?
It felt fucking amazing, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Even though we always make the music sound like what we love ourselves. So that's the main thing. But of course, if there's some crazy people that like the music as much as we do ourselves, it's a win. It's a win.
Yeah.
And actually we're having a couple gigs this weekend. Now tomorrow we're playing. That's why I'm in Helsinki, Finland right now. We're playing tomorrow
You're in Helsinki
in
right
Helsinki,
now?
Finland. Yeah.
Nice.
At my brother's place, and the day after tomorrow we're playing in Tampere, Finland. It's like a couple of 100 kilometers from here. We're playing a band called Mariana's Rest. You should check them out. They just released their new album. They're having these couple of album release shows, and we're warming up the stage for them. It's gonna be a blaster.
I will be there.
Welcome.
I will be there in spirit.
I think you won't even make it to the tomorrow gig in Helsinki, but you could have time to come to Tampere day after tomorrow.
I'll be at the after party for sure. Let me in. Let me in.
Welcome.
Hey,
Welcome.
I want to do something real fast here. This is awesome. Just listen for a second.
Nothing will bring me down.
I just needed to hear that from it. That's a song by them called My Venom. That song is just is freaking badass. What do you say at the beginning? What is that you're saying? Right at the beginning.
Nothing will bring me down.
Let me see. I don't think that's what I heard, but let me see here real quick.
Nothing will bring me down.
Yep. Okay, I'm getting it.
Yeah,
There it is.
I can hear it now.
That's sick. I love that song. I'm gonna burn a bunch of crap with that song. I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, that was actually the first single we released after our first album, after our debut album, and that's also gonna be on the second album for sure. We still love the song, and it's really nice to play live. It's really different kind of vibe than all the other songs on the album. So,
you guys ever do like? Do you ever video yourself playing live that people could see it online, like me?
we have played one live stream show like 3 years ago in our hometown. It was streamed on YouTube. I think it's not there anymore for some reason, but there's a couple of live clips on internet on YouTube that you can check out if you want, but we have not posted any full length gigs there. I think we have been talking that if we get some gear that we can record them properly and make the best quality, both of course visually and the audio side also.
For sure, yeah, that's bad. I can't see when the next time I'll be in Finland is. So, I'd love to see what you guys are doing.
Have you ever been in Finland?
Huh? Have I ever been to Finland? I've never been overseas. I've never been overseas. I've been to Canada and Mexico, and like the Caribbean doesn't really count, but yeah, I've been to Mexico and Canada. That's only foreign countries I've been to, other than like the really small towns of Virginia. They're kind of foreign. But, yeah.
Now you know what the fifth country will be. Welcome to the Santa Claus land.
Yes, I do. Hey, Santa Claus owes me a couple things. When I was growing up, he was out of certain toys that I'd asked for. And I need to go up there and have a talk with him because I don't think that was true. I think that he just ran out of time or something. I wasn't a priority that year. I don't know.
Go up there and eat some reindeer.
Reindeer tongue. Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, there's one thing I read today in a Finnish fact. Apparently, Finland has more metal bands per capita. I never really know what that means, than any other country in the world. Yeah,
I did read that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have also heard that, but I don't really know how they have been counting that. I really don't know, but I have heard that also.
Yeah,
I think it's a rumor.
I think Finland is also the friendliest, the friendliest out of all countries. I think I read that somewhere. I don't know who votes on this though. I don't know who votes on this. Like,
no, I don't. If you walked up to me and said, "Are you happy?" one day, I'd say yes. Another day,
yeah. I mean, like the majority of the country is happy 365 days a year. Yeah, right. No, I love having guests on from Finland. It's the most out of any country I've had. I've had a few countries on, and it's the most out of all those countries. 12 other countries, including Finland, I've had on. And out of all those, Finland has been the friendliest, So I can vote for that, for those statistics, but and always the best too. Like what is it? Replayability is a big thing in gaming. I used to play a lot of Xbox, and in gaming, when you're looking at reviews for a certain game, you're looking at replayability. Like, will I go back and play that again after playing it the first time? And replayability of the bands that not only have I had on the show, but that I've heard from Finland, I replayed. They're on playlists. Like it's the shit. It really is. It's really good. So keep it up. Don't not keep it up. Like, keep it up. Like,
we will try our best. We promise.
Keep doing it. Don't let Santa Claus ruin it for everybody, like he always does.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for being on. It's been nice having you on and talking. I know we talked about Santa Claus and gave him the spectacle or whatever, but no, I Am Your God is the spectacle in that region. If I have to say anything about it, and yeah, definitely keep doing what you're doing. Let me know when you guys are getting closer to the United States. I'll try to make a trip. I need to go to London and see Tom for one thing. So if you're going to be there, when you announce the where you're going to be playing in Europe, we'll see where it's at and maybe make a trip.
Actually, unfortunately, I don't know when we are announcing them, but we have some plans cooking up for this year, like I said, and also for next year. So,
Julius, if there's anything you wanna say about what's coming up for the band, or anything on behalf of the band, go ahead.
Yeah, the second album called Sinister is coming up it will be released on May the 5th this year. It includes 11 songs. Actually, 5 of them have been now released as singles, but there will be 11 tracks on the album, and we will make some Finnish festival gigs this summer. For example, Nummi-Rock on Midsummer. We're really waiting forward to that, and all the other gigs for sure. And yeah, like I teased you earlier, we already have started to write stuff for our third album, so we have been surprisingly effective lately.
Badass.
So and we will of course now when it's possible to play more gigs and travel around, we will for sure do that as much as possible.
Well, we'll come back on the show anytime. You're always welcome back. Bring the rest of the guys on when you can. Tom, thank you.
Yeah.
What do you have coming up? Do you have any flamboyant stuff coming?
Yeah, there was another EP I released in the beginning of the year. It's quite techno based.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a departure. So I've got another couple. I've decided to go for EPs now instead of my albums because I just don't have the concentration span for albums. So I'm going to do. There's another 2 going to be coming out. They're a bit more. There's the term of krautrock. It's kind of a bit more krautrocky than that. So sort of. Yeah, but yeah, always. I think I'm the same thing. I'm writing loads of stuff, so really prolific again. Really good fun, and obviously you've got your single out as well, Scott. So
yeah.
We're all
Mike and I are in a well, I guess it's not really a band because it's just Mike and I, and it's I guess a project we've written. We have enough for an EP. It'll be out sometime. Probably we're hoping for August. But we put a single out called Dream. The band is called Natural Cause. I'll send you a follow, Julius, on Instagram from our band page.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's out
Thanks.
everywhere. It was out March 17th. We put that one out, and we just did the video for it, and it'll be out. I don't know whenever. I haven't gotten it back from Zach yet. Zach Neese came down and we did the video here in my living room.
all right.
Okay, nice.
Crap ton of my fog machine got a lot of use on that one. A lot of use, but. I mean, you should have heard the fire alarm that day, Tom. I mean, the whole house. My cat was going crazy. It was awesome. Let's see. Like I said, tomorrow, I was going to have Phil from Maintenance, a band that I've had on from Yonkers, New York. Phil was going to join me as co-host with that one tomorrow, but he's unable to make it. He's got a friend that's getting ready to deploy to the Coast Guard, so he's going to hang out with him. I said, no, go hang out with your buddy. So it'll probably just be me and Imperium from Charlotte, North Carolina, tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern. If you want to join us, And these shows are always on YouTube. They're always available whenever we get done with them. This show will be available as soon as we're done. Hit the subscribe channel, damn it! I have I have 335 subscribers. I'm so grateful for that. But I need more. I could always use more. It spreads the word. It helps with my analytics and algorithms. And hey, when I get to 1,000, I can start making money. A little bit of time, 50 cents here and there. Hey, that adds up. Something adds up to $1 twice. So I don't know. I hate saying it. Tom knows I hate saying it. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit subscribe, and share with your friends if you think they'll like something quirky like this. That's also about metal music. Oh, real quick, Tom. I don't know if you've probably seen my Instagram stories recently, very recently. The Undertaking.
Yes.
It's going to be playing in they're doing an East Coast tour with Meadows and Empty, and they're going to be playing in Youngstown, Ohio on the 18th of April, and I will be there. I will be interviewing them. I don't know whether I'm going to do it live yet, but I will. Regardless, I'm going to interview them in person, and I'm also going to watch them perform.
Excellent.
Now, Tom, can you do it? Can you do
The Undertaking?
One more time.
The Undertaking!
Julius, it's your turn.
Did you say undertaking or what did you say?
Yeah. But you got to
undertaking.
Yeah. All right, that'll be a clip for sure. Yes, the Undertaking. Yeah, that I'm. Can you tell I'm excited for that one? Very excited. And a friend from Maryland's going to be driving over, and we're going to go over there and hang out. And And a side note on that, Ira Vera that I had on recently, they're from East Palestine, Ohio, where they had the big train derailment and the spill and all that stuff. Yeah. I will be taking bottles of water over there. I got a little bit here that I'm going to take over, but if you would like to donate and you have a way to get it to me or funds to get it, I will get some and take it over. Just send me an email. There's a link tree on my YouTube on the picture at the top if you feel generous to do that, because they are over. That's on the way to Youngstown, and they're all in that area. And I'm going back on the 22nd to see their album release at the same exact venue. So we'll be seeing them also. Very cool guys. Anyway, it was a great show once we got started. I'm worn out. I need a nap after this. But Julius, thank you so much for being on once again. It's been very nice talking to you and learning everything about I Am Your God, and I look forward to a lot more from you. Come back on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. It was nice to get to know you guys. Let's take this again another time. Thank you.
And if you guys have 5 minutes, I'll talk to you right after I kill the stream, real quick.
Yeah.
For
sure.
I'm gonna play this show out with a band that I just kind of found. Just how I found I Am Your God. Just looking up stuff. This band is called Tunic. And the track is called Disappointment. I love this track. It's not a very long track, but I'm going to change the marquee within a minute 58 because that's how long the song is. To Imperium for show 187 tomorrow at 7 p.m. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.